Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me once again. As usual, I'm screwing with my hair as soon as the camera comes on. Bad habit I have. Want to thank everybody that did watch. And it was really awesome sharing yesterday with you guys. I had so much fun. It was really one of my things on my bucket list to be able to see a launch. And if you could have seen my face, I was holding my chair, holding the camera like this, holding the back of my chair, and I felt like I was going like that. It was crazy. I could only imagine the one they sent up with all those rockets on it, the great big one that was like 8 times the size of the one I saw, what that was like. But anyway, I'm just going to do a little get ready with me. But first of all, I wanted to talk to you guys about something. There are all these subscription clubs out, and I'm always one to try them. If I run across one that I like, I'm always the first ones to show you guys. But I ran across one I wasn't happy with. I am an avid purse collector. Now, I will tell you that I've seen a few of these purse companies go around. This one is The Purse Club. I think they also are under My Purse Club name. I did notice that I went around to a few of the Purse Club different membership places, and they had the same purses coming up. So I'm assuming it's the same company. They do advertise. I didn't bring the paper in here with me, but I'll just kind of tell you from memory. I'm really... It's been an experience, that I will tell you. For $39, you can get their basic membership. They tell you that you get a purse between $100 to $400 or $100 to $300. I forget what it was. For $79, you get a purse $400 and up. These are supposed to be all name brands. They are supposed to be existing brands and up and coming designers. Meaning that these are designer purses, whether it's a known designer or not. So, to my surprise, when I got this purse, I was not happy. It looked completely different online. Let me show you what I got. This is it here. It's not a bad purse. It's not totally not my style. It did show this as being off-white. This is not off-white. This is a like brown taupey. This is way... It's like a light brown kind of, but it's, I call it grandma taupe. And it showed this as being white here in the center, and this being very like light tan. I know that cameras make things look totally different, but my lighting isn't that bad. It should not look like this. The measurements were a little bigger than what they were. I forget what it said. It was 12 by 6. This is actually 14 by 8. 14 by 9. 14 by 9, I think, is what I measured this out to. Anyway, and it comes with a matching wallet. It has the look of a fake Birkin, the way it has this style across the front, you know, with this strap here. It's similar, and the little, what this would be, where the key would be. It's just a little metal tab in there. It did come with a matching wallet. I didn't even open this. When I saw this, this is what got me. Made in China. Okay. Now, that's fine and all. A designer could commission a company in China to design the item for them. Don't see it happening. Designer purses are a little niche. One of the things it did say is leather, suede, and other like items. This is not even, this is like cheap. This isn't even like a good imitation leather. Sorry. This is supposed to be like an imitation python. The wallet is cute. I like how the wallet has a little lock on it. Very cheaply made. The zipper, here's the wallet. It has a little wristlet that goes with it. I mean, it's not bad, but It's got a lot of little slots and little places to stick stuff. I dropped the thing, but that's alright. It is, this purse weighs, I kid you not, probably 20 pounds. It's a very heavy purse. The box it came in was huge. It was bigger, if there is such a thing, bigger than the John Cookian box. I mean, it is a large purse. It's got a bunch. I didn't take all the stuffing out. It's, you know, got some little dividers. It's got the center piece here, little zipper. It's got little pockets down in here. It has also the shoulder strap for this, which I never understood. When you don't have a removable strap here, why do you want a shoulder strap? To me, that looks ridiculous, having this hang around your shoulder when you have this. You can't even really tuck them in because they're real stiff. There's a zipper pocket on the back, but I wouldn't pay $79 for this, let alone $400, because for the $79 window, they say that the purses are around a $400 value. This isn't even $79 worth of material. I was very upset. I called the company. I told them I wanted to immediately cancel. They offered to switch it out for another purse. I told them, no, that wouldn't be an option. I'm just not happy. I don't like it. I don't like it. I didn't like hardly any of the other purses you had on there. Some of them were okay. But now that I see the quality of this and the difference in the pictures, no thank you. No, but thanks. Anyway, she puts me on hold. Okay, let me process your cancellation. She puts my process through for my cancellation. Let me start putting my makeup on. Starts putting my process through for my cancellation. It comes back on the phone and tells me, oh, well, you can keep that one and we'll send you another one. Go on the website and just pick anything you want. No, thank you. Cancel it, please. Okay, please hold. Comes back again. Are you sure? Why don't I just put your membership on hold for 6 months? Or 30 days. That's what it was. 30 days. And then you can think about it. No. Please put it. Just cancel it. Well, what, may I ask, is the problem with the purse? Did you not like the purse? What kind of purses do you like? I said, do you have anything made in the United States? And she, excuse me, your phone's breaking up. That killed me. I about died. Oh, excuse me, your phone's breaking up. Okay. What did you say? I said, do you have any purses that have name brands on them? Oh, what did you, what? And you could tell she's lying. She could totally hear me. Nightmare. Anyway, long story short, I finally got it canceled. Guys, be real careful when you order stuff. The other thing is, I'm canceling all of my memberships lately. Glossy Box is a good one. It is a little more expensive, but you do get 5 full-size products. And if you've seen any of my reviews, they're awesome. If you're wondering what I'm using, I use this Too Faced The Hangover primer. This is a real moisturizing primer. If you, I say this because my husband's allergic to coconut, but keep in mind, guys, if you're allergic to stuff, especially food, always check your skin items, check your shampoos, your soaps, check your gum. I mean, you never know. You could be allergic to something crazy and it be in there and you not even really know. This is the Professional. This is the new Pearl Primer one. If you haven't seen this, it's just like the other one, except for it is more of a pinky tone. This is good for, it's really good for lighter skin people, they say, but to me, I have a big pore over here. It's actually like a pimple kind of scar. And if you ever watch me when I do the Professional or any kind of thing that fills in your pores, I always brush up. And the reason why I do that is because, I mean, you don't really want to fill your pores, but that's what you're doing with this stuff. And when you rub up, you fill the pore. You see, I've got this big, where is it? Right here. You can see a little pink dot right there. That is actually a pimple I had when I was like 16. I picked it and the weirdest thing came out of it. And I don't know if you've ever had this happen, but it looked like a damn sunflower seed. It's crazy. Anyway, you know, I really appreciate all the great comments you guys leave me. You guys have really been just really a godsend. You know, I have had a really rough couple of years, and I started to do this YouTube channel, you know, not even like to, how do I explain it? Not even like, you know, for people to get popular or people to watch me or any of that. I'm using my MAC Studio Fix Fluid in NW13. I love this stuff. This and that Clinique one has been like the perfect match for me. But anyway, what was I saying? No, I forgot totally what I was saying. Anyway, but this has been the perfect match for me. Don't you hate, you know, oh, my house is such a, oh, I was talking about YouTube. You know, I started doing this really just to kind of, I guess, force myself more out of my shell. You know, trying to get myself to do new things, try to keep myself active. I had my own business for many years, and I was never used to just kind of sitting around doing nothing. You know, it's not my cup of tea, and when I became disabled, that's all I could really do, and I don't like that. You know I use a lot of higher end products on here, guys, and honestly, I've done a few videos on this, and I'm getting ready. I'm still putting together that video on the subject, but honestly, when you get into like this MAC foundation, it's a little more expensive than like you know, a grocery store, drugstore brand. But you know, if you're using twice as much, or you just aren't getting, you know, one that matches perfect. Look at that, matches my skin so perfectly. You know, it gives me a little bit more color, but you know, and you're really doing negative things to your skin, because some of the cheaper products are made that way. Unless you're really getting a good deal on something, you know, you might as well spend a few extra dollars to get the other one, because like this MAC, I mean, I literally use a third of what I would use in some of the other ones, but this is more of a dewy foundation. A dewy foundation, you will do that. A matte foundation, it's going to just kind of suck up. This is a very dewy foundation. I like this because I can use this like very light. I'm doing a very sheer coverage right now, just to give myself a little color. And you see me go back over. I take this, I love this brush because I can take it and kind of pat it in like this, where I want a little heavier coverage. We all know I don't like to use, it's not that I don't like to use concealer. Okay, let me get a little more into why I do my makeup the way I do. I have mature skin, and if you are like me, you know, if you start piling on products, you know, like these 20-something-year-olds. I love Nikkie Tutorials, but if I put the kind of makeup she did on her face, I would look 90 years old, okay? And probably a lot of you are going, same. Me too, you know? But honestly, if you don't have to... I hear these people say all the time, oh, I'm a full coverage, you know, blah, 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 blah. Okay, do you, babe, do you, but you don't need full coverage. Who are you covering for? Who are you covering for? Because we think you're beautiful without makeup. I think Nikkie Tutorials is gorgeous. And what that, let's not even go into that. Did you guys see that shit? Talking about Nikkie Tutorials and her caking on makeup and talking about her weight and talking about this and talking about that. You know what? I would much rather be fat and happy than skinny and a bitch. And everybody freaking can't stand you. Because by what that person, I don't even want to mention the person's name, what that person said, do you know how many people just completely dislike that person now? I didn't even know barely who the heck that was. Now, I could care less. That'll be the last video I ever watch is anything about that person. I would not buy anything that person recommended. I'd never know what that person recommended because I'm not into it. But, I mean, come on, guys. There's a point in life where, you know, your looks, yes, you can get somewhere on your looks. But when they fade, what the hell are you going to do? Oh, I didn't. Oh, I hate when I do that. I kind of blended it out a little too much right in here, and my skin it's looking a little streaky. And there's not, once you put powder on it, you're kind of set in there. I'm just not having a good, let me see if you can see what I'm talking about. See how my pores, it's just kind of breaking through right there? And I don't like that. I can see where the foundation is sitting in the pore and not in the, I guess I could, you know what, I hate to put, I'm going to have to do the whole side then. I'm going to go ahead and touch that up. I don't have a choice. It's bugging the crap out of me. You know, honestly, I put makeup on for me. I don't care what anybody else thinks. Yeah. There we go. Let me see if I can get that to... There we go. You know, sometimes Jackie Aina, which I love to death, she puts her primer on and then she sets it with powder, which is really cool. I've tried to do it, but it's a little heavy for my skin. I'm going to let this dry in right here. And just so you know, I did my entire face with 2 squirts off of that foundation. And you see, I've went over my face quite a bit, and I have quite a bit on here. I'm loving these brushes. Absolutely just to die for it. If you guys haven't seen my video on that, those are the Sigma, the 4D foundation brushes. And I just absolutely, they have a cone to the center. See how they are shaped just so cool. And they just really get in like everywhere. So I'm loving it. But are you guys excited? I am so excited for the giveaway. I really can't wait to see who gets that. You know, I love my Patrick Star palette, and I cannot wait to see who wins this. You know, it's so cool. You know, guys, what I went through to get that. If any of you guys went on Patrick Starr's website that morning of his giveaway, you'll know what I'm talking about. Ooh, you'll know what I'm talking about. This is that Lancome powder. I think it's called the powder, or let me see. Radiant Smoothing Powder. This is that one that's real kind of, it's almost iridescent almost. And I like to pat that in right here on basically the T-zone of my face. And I'll let it sit for a second, and then I'll brush it. Because if you put it on and just like swoosh, you're gonna get this. You see that? And let me show you on here. If you take it and you pat it on like that, and then throw the brush across the room, you get such a better, see how I patted that, and I got a nice look. And here where I just swiped it right on, it's just so it'll go on too heavy right there. See? I get that I'm not sure it's iridescent, but I get that glow look, and I like that glow mainly right here on the forehead, well, my T-zone, right down my nose, around my mouth, and right here. And I'll kind of run that down. Anyway, I'm having just a good old time chit-chatting with you guys, but what I went through to get that, oh my God, that was a nightmare. Guys, first of all, I thought that it was Eastern time because, of course, I think everything's Eastern time because I think everybody does everything on my time. Yes. Wait, that was just a comment that a narcissist would say, right? He released the palette just for me. Yeah, okay. The day the day Jeffree Star releases something just for me, guys, I'll give y'all one. I would love to do like a collab with somebody. You know, I've thought about there's a few makeup brands that you can actually get into doing products with. Granted, they're not going to put the money out to pay for it, but they will. They'll do it for you. I mean, it's private labeling, basically. And I have been kind of looking into something similar. I'm not wanting them to make the product for me. I'm wanting me to make the product, but them produce it, kind of like a fulfillment. It's basically having somebody fulfill your order for you. You know, you give them an ingredients list and whatnot, and they do that. You know, I'm loving using this little brush. It's like the highlighter brush, but I'm using it lately. And look at that. It gives me that I can kind of bronze and contour at the same time. Because let's face it, girls, I'm so light that I can't go any darker than this. I'm going to look like somebody dumped an ashtray on my face. Or dumped a bucket of mud, you know? I like this because it's light. I love the color. These brushes are great because you can really build with them. If you see what I do, I get the product right where I want it, and then I come back and I'll go right along the edge, right in the hollow of my cheek, and I'll fill it in. You know, I never knew how to highlight. I never knew how to highlight. I never knew how to contour. You know, I learned almost everything by myself. Now, I'm pretty much self-taught as far as makeup. I have been to cosmetology school, which they do not, as some people try to tell you, they teach you makeup. They do not. They teach you very basic. And that's if you go to a school that actually does that. A lot of schools just like nails. You'll learn basic nails. You'll learn how to do more of the manicure pedicure thing. I've never done a pedicure in my life, and I finished cosmetology school. Go figure. But I made sure I wasn't there that day. I don't like touching people's feet. I don't. I don't even like touching my husband's feet. It's not a thing for me. You know, I got this brush, and I'm not big on Ulta brand stuff or Sephora brand stuff, but I got this brush. This is Ulta. It's an Ulta Beauty brush, and I think it's kind of like a contour. I think it's a contour highlight brush. I couldn't even tell you what it came in, where it came. I think it came in a set or some crazy something. But, you know, I find myself picking this thing up like all the time now because it's great. I like to use the contour style for my cheeks, for blush and everything. Now, I have a lot of pink tones to my skin, so I don't like to do a whole lot of blush. And if you watch me, I basically just add a little color to my contour just so I don't look dead. I'll actually go right along here, and then I'll just kind of like brush like that. Unless I'm like really going out, and then, but if you ever really pay attention to me sometimes, I don't pay attention to myself sometimes, but I use like 10 products on my cheeks. I love to use, this is Authentic and Endless. I mix these together, and that's what I do this area with. And then I take this one up here, which is called Skillful, and that's what I put right here. And then I like to turn this brush around and just kind of blend it a little bit, just so it's not so like spot. I like it to blend. Then I come in, I make sure to brush off my brush. And for fluffy brushes like this, I love to have a clean towel laid over my leg. Well, you can't see. And I will just brush it like that on the towel. I'm going back in on this side. And there's this color called Worthy. That is this here. Can you see that? I think I've showed you this before. And it's just kind of a, I call it like a candle lit. It gives you that candle lit glow. And I like to take it on that same contour brush and right across the cheek. Almost, I use it more like a cheek, like a blush topper. Now, you can say what you want, but I think makeup should be done any way you like to do it. It's your face. You know, do you. Like I always say, do you. But I think this whole contour, the whole highlight thing, I like the fact they use a lighter up here in this area to bring some highlight under the eyes with like a lighter foundation color or a concealer. Now, I've said this many times, I don't like, you can see where I set, this is like, I set my highlight right there. Right there. What I do is I come under my texture is right above where my finger is. It's right here. And this is actually, this is my cheekbone right here. That's the top right there of my cheekbone. And that's where you really want it to sit. You want your highlight to sit on the top of your cheekbone. But what I do is come right below that and just kind of blend it right there. So I'm not accentuating my texture. I'm just kind of giving it some glow. Now, if you look somebody dead on in their face and you can see this like gray or discoloration right here, you're not blending your highlight. You want to blend. There's a thing such as, I can go full on. I can pack this stuff on, guys, just like the best of them. Okay, let me show you. This is not really one to go crazy on, but you see that? But now when you look at the front of me, you don't see that. You see it from the side. I'm not going to mess my makeup. But I usually go ahead and show you the wrong on the other side. I'm not doing that today. I'm going to get my nails done. I'm so tired of these. They're lifting. I am hell on nails. Should have been my nickname. Anyway. But I know I'm just running my mouth. Anyway. I am so happy, guys. You guys really just, the comments you guys leave, man, really, they make my day. They really just brighten my freaking day, man. You know, there's a few of you guys, especially a few of you other beauty gurus that I talk to, Isaac and Kathy. If you haven't checked her out, I know I send you guys over to Isaac, right? Isaac. My memory is so bad, dude. I'm writing out his name and saying it, looking at it. God, they've got to figure this health thing out with me, man. I can't. It's really getting to me. I catch myself repeating stuff all the time and like getting confused. But anyway, I was on, Kathy is another Florida beauty guru, and I swear I know this woman from somewhere. Her voice, her face, everything sounds so familiar. She is so awesome. And if you guys like me, I know you'll like her. she's got that same kind of quirkiness to her. I really like her. And she's really coming up there. She's really good at makeup. You know, she's working out kinks with her camera and kinks with her filming right now. But, you know, we all start somewhere. But if you look past the quality of people's filming and look at what they're actually doing, you know, they're showing you something that's very personal. Makeup is art, and art is very personal to the artist. I used to be the kind of person, I draw and I paint and whatnot, and I'm the kind of person that I'll draw or paint something and then I put it away in a drawer or put it away in a closet and you'll probably never see it. It's just how I am. I've always been like that. I'm my worst critic, which is really surprising that I come out and do this, because I do some little bits of editing to my video, but for the most part I don't. And the reason why I don't do that is because if I watch my video, I won't post it. I get very self-conscious. I get very, my nerves just get shot, and I just can't do it. Just kind of smoking out that eyeliner. I just put a little bit of brown eyeliner. Sumatra, as usual. I live for that. That's like my daily go-to eyeliner. And I just took a little bit. I always do that, like outer, like third, right there. And then I took just took a Q-tip and smoked it out. You can really see it right there. Just to kind of give it a little extra. I'm not really going full, like, makeup today. I do like to put something on my eyelids. I haven't decided what. I am loving that new brush I showed you guys. If you guys haven't seen it, this Urban Decay thing, man. I think it's called the Finger. It is the F11. This is the coolest little, it's almost like a little bullet brush, but it's a little bigger. It's about the size of your finger, and it's, if you look, it's the size of the tip right here of your finger. So when you put this into any kind of shiny eyeshadow, it just pops. I actually pulled this out yesterday and started playing around with it a little more. I haven't pulled my chocolate palettes out in a while. You know, and I ordered the new Too Faced palette. So if you guys want to see that, it's coming up. I'm just going to dip in here to Almond Truffle and tap off a little bit of Mocha. And I'm just going to define my eye a little bit. And the main reason why I do this is like the perfect color for me to do this too. I do this because I have such hooded eyes, and if I put that little shadow there, it really just kind of opens my eye up a little bit. Especially because I wear darker eyeliners all the time. See, I just kind of come right there. See how it kind of gives that little crease. I swear, you know, if there was an easy way to get rid of hooded eyes, I'd be first in line. I hate them. And some days, like today, this one's usually up here. Some days it's better than others. Some days it's worse. My camera's been acting funny, so I have to keep looking over there to make sure it's still working. It's been overheating. I hate that. But I have my eyes on this new Canon camera. And I think I'm going to upgrade my camera. When I do, I think I'm going to kick down my camera to another YouTuber. It's another thing. I have a challenge. Why don't you guys all start this? Help me figure out a hashtag. We'll make a whole video on this. I need your help. This is kind of a call out to my whole group. I want to make a challenge to all of the bigger YouTubers. To all the bigger beauty gurus. And what my challenge is I challenge you to pick 5 up-and-coming YouTubers. I'm talking about pick somebody under 5,000 subscribers. Pick somebody that really you can see going somewhere. You can see that there's been growth on their channel as far as like their makeup getting better or, you know, whatnot. Pick 5. And I want you to do a video just kind of featuring that person and feature, you know, just talk about them and talk about, you know, how you feel and, you know, just kind of give them a shout out and give them, you know, your views and give them your opinion on how you think they're doing. That is my challenge to all big YouTubers. I am calling out to Jeffree Star. I'm calling out to Raw Beauty Christy. I'm calling out to Tati. I'm calling out to Nikki Tutorials. I'm calling out to Jackie Ina. All you guys, do it. Is it going to kill you? You know, you guys want a new video idea? There's your new video idea. Let's do something to make a difference. Let's do something to make a change. You know, back when you guys started, there was nobody else, so you didn't have as much competition as you do now. I mean, you had to really get yourself out there, yes, but you didn't have to fight and jump over 20 other people that are doing the same thing. You didn't have to go broke to buy every kind of makeup and this and that to make sure you were the first one to do it. Things are a lot different now. Look at that. I love this thing. Anyway, that is my challenge. I'm sending that challenge out into YouTube. We're going to come up with a hashtag, guys. We're going to start promoting the hell out of it. Any of your other guys that you guys watch, your other small YouTubers, I want you to holler out to them. Let's get everybody together and let's really get this. Let's get this real. Let's get it, make it real. Make it something. Let's get it out there. You know? And to all YouTubers, anybody smaller than you, find 5 people smaller than you and shout them out. Shout them out. That's all you got to do. You know? It's one video. It's one video out of your life. One day. I mean, some of you guys take 2 days to do a video. I've seen, oh my God, there's a few people out there that take 4 days between recording, editing, all that. I don't do all the editing and part of the reason why I don't go buy that Canon camera I want so bad is because one of the things that it has all these filters that you can use that you can actually change everything while you're filming. But the other thing is I might go back to using my phone because the Samsung S9 comes out this month. I'm a Metro piece of shit and they are releasing it, I believe, on the 19th, but Verizon and a few of the other companies, I think they're coming out with it on the 4th or the 3rd. It might be out now. I don't know. I was reading about it yesterday. That thing looks incredible. It looks better than the camera I use, which I do occasionally film with my phone because I have the S8. The S8 does film really good, and I've noticed on my videos that I can look back and forth, and I can't tell the difference between using I think it's my Nikon and my phone. It's really, there's not that much difference. And I think a lot of that is because I don't edit. I have really good lighting. That is the other thing. Kathy, I know you watch my videos. You need some lighting. And matter of fact, you're in Lake City. I have an extra shadow box. We need to girl, we need to just talk. I got some extra equipment. I've got some extra backgrounds. I've got some stuff. I got some stuff that can help you with stuff. You might have some stuff. Let's get together and talk about stuff. I'm silly, I know. Sorry, bending down to wipe the, Oh! Wow, we're 40 minutes in. And this was just going to be a little chitty chat. I really want to talk to you guys about this purse. I got this. I just got this. I got Posh K, and this is Autumn. I've never tried this one, so let's check it out, guys. It's a little oranger than I really get into. Funny little thing is, I have a bunch of Kylie lip kits. I did not know. Somebody gave them to me. Somebody gave me like 5 of them. You know, over time, not all at once. I found out they're fake. I found out because when I got these last few new ones, I kept noticing one of the colors, I had the same color, I kept noticing the color's totally different. And they smell like chemicals, most of them. But this and Posh K, sorry guys, I'm trying to talk and do my lips. Autumn and Posh K are my first actual real Kylie lip kits. Now, if you guys have a lot of like lines around your mouth and texture, make sure I don't have on my teeth. Always make sure you use a lip liner. And one of the things I do is I make my lip liner a little thicker. Now, see, that's a pattern that I use on my lips. That seems to work to help me fill in my lips. You guys see me do it all the time. One of the things I like to do is just do that and then throw a gloss on. I'm not doing that today because I want to test this out, but I did want to show you that little pattern I do. It doesn't really make a difference when you're using the same color lipstick. But when you do the lip liner a little thicker, you don't have to go, I don't like how I did that. You don't have to go right up to the line. You can kind of hang back. And it doesn't, you know, accentuate that line, and it doesn't get it where it runs up into that line. The other thing, if you have lines in your lips, always pull your lips tight and make sure you get those little spots, because after you do your lip product and you pull your lips tight, you see right around the edge? Inside of those lines, you don't have any lipstick. And you want to make sure, yeah. Just like with any makeup, you want to make sure you get, it's one thing to have texture, but you don't need to, you want to make sure you fill it in. You don't want to like ignore it and just kind of paint around it. You want to make sure, just like the lines in here, you always want to make sure you get your foundation down in there, because it sticks out like a sore thumb. There we go. somebody asked me another thing about skincare, and one of the things I was doing, one of the things I do is I use like a spray. One of the things I like to do is take the that Tarte Rainforest of the Sea or my Tatcha spray, and I'll fill it with, I like to use distilled water because it doesn't have a lot of minerals, and it's just it's a cleaner water. I fill that up and I'll use it as a light mist, and through the day I will just, the Touch is real good for that. You want to, don't do it real heavy, but you take it, this is just water here. Take it and hold it out. I like to see how the Touch is so light. That was just a very, very light mist, and it does still have a little bit of the product in there. I can smell it. Not really much, because I filled that water. I think I filled that twice now with water, so. And it helps bring some moisture back to your skin. You know, because the older we get, the less, this is actual Tatcha. The older we get, the actual, harder it is for our skin to hold moisture. And what happens is we lose that, that was my Tatcha bottle, just fell, and I hate when they're glass because that happens. But our skin doesn't hold water like it did because we don't have the molecules are a little different, and it's hard to. I'm not a scientist, so they're like little bubbles that are in there, are your different cells and stuff, and they hold water when you're young, and they get nice and full and make your skin look plump. And as we get older, they get hydrated. And then we really have to make sure to take care of ourselves. You know, when people say beauty from within, yeah, you make sure you eat healthy. Now, as far as